Hello once again, good friends. Welcome new subscribers. I'm Brian from Apex Detail. Today we're going to go over doing a two-step paint correction using just one product. And since it's a hot subject, a hot product, we're going to use the 3D1, which is a hybrid compound slash polish. And since I value your time as much as mine, we're getting right into this. Now, the important thing, we need to drag out quite a few pads and see which one teams up with this product, because one steps are dependent on the pad that you choose. And we need to choose the right one to team it up with on this particular clear coat. First, we will reach for the Eurofiber 50/50 blend pad. You've seen this on my channel before. I use it quite often. You can be very successful if you team it up with the right product. We're going to use it on a little test area on the hood here. This is an '06 Range Rover. The clear coat is moderate. The new ones are soft as butter. The older you get, the harder they get on the Range Rovers. If you get a little bit older than this, the clear really starts to get stubborn until you get into the single stage. So we're going to do a test area. We're going to take advantage of those abrasives for the first pass, just like we have before, and we'll ease up on the pressure on the polisher. We're just going to use the torque. This is the 22D. Putting the video together, I had those of you in mind who are on a budget or just starting out, just beginning, and need to be fiscally responsible. So we're going to stick with this product. It's under 20 bucks to do a two-step or two-stage correction. Only swapping out pads when we want to change course or change direction from either cutting to finishing. The polishers themselves are going to be economical polishers you can get for a decent price. The pads themselves will be economical. Put the whole package together to do this two-step, and you would barely be reaching the price of a new Flex or a Rupice or one of those expensive polishers out there on the market today. I found it important to show you can get excellent results on a daily basis, like I'm getting with these polishers, leaving the shop every single day and not have to break the bank or knock the credit card up against buying a name brand polisher that you see everybody on social media doing to keep up with the Joneses. It's really not necessary. Polish your skills, hone in on your skills, and you can make anything work. As a test area, I'm just doing a crisscross pattern, left to right, then up and down, and we'll wipe off the residue and take a look, see where we're at. As I have shown you in a previous video, the residue is easy to wipe off. The product has a long cycle time, no dusting whatsoever, and you can get very, very good results with it, either cutting or finishing. And as you can see here, a decent turnaround. Now, there are a lot of deeper scratches on this. It's a give and take. We have to have balance on this vehicle. It's an everyday driver. It's going to see the sun every day. So we want to remove as much as possible for the customer, yet leave enough clear coat behind to protect this vehicle for years. And we are going to add very, very good protection on top of it to help. The initial two cuts left a lot of room for improvement, so we'll keep the Eurofiber pad intact on the polisher and just add some fresh product and do two more passes. The panel has had time to cool down again, so we're good to go. This is the last two passes I will be doing for cutting before I swap over to some type of polishing pad and finish this out. We're not going to remove any more clear coat than that. That's going to do it. No more cutting. Let me remove the tape, wipe off the residue, and bring you guys in for a quick peek. Okay, and here's the improvement, and we did it just starting out with the least aggressive method necessary. We didn't break out a microfiber, we didn't break out a wool pad. We have the Eurofiber 50/50 blend, and the only thing left over are the scratches that are darn near through, or pretty much all the way through the clear coat. Now, the Europad worked great, and that's fine. That's fantastic. But earlier we were talking about temperatures. Let me do a demonstration on the difference between the temperature of a microfiber pad such as this and a wool pad or a hybrid wool pad such as the Lake Country low lint wool pad that does just as much cutting but finishes down a lot further and will keep the temperature on the panel at least 20 degrees cooler. This here is the pad in question. This is the Lake Country pre-washed low lint lamb's wool pad. Compared to the microfiber we just had running on this panel that you saw ran between 107 degrees and 110, we're going to run this pad on the same stretch of the panel and you will see the difference. So the average temperature there is 81.5 degrees. You're doing the same amount of cutting, 20 degrees cooler, and finishing down a bit further with the low lint pad. So there's an alternative to the Eurofiber pad. Let me quick remove the residue. I'll bring you guys in close and you can in fact see this panel, this area of the hood using both of those pads. They both did a great job. We can move right along. A decent turnaround? Absolutely. Perfect? Not even close. A lot of imperfections left behind, a lot of them deep and too deep to even go after. So let's move on. We were talking about the DAs and the pads for the DAs. Let's go and grab a different tool. This also economical. The pads and the extension for the rotary itself, a little over $100. You have a wool pad for it, you have a little microfiber pad for it, and you have little 1-inch foam pads for it. There are 2 backing plates for it, depending on the tight areas you need to reach into. We're going to stick with the 3D1. I'll dab a little pea-sized drop of the 3D1 in between the letters, so when I'm going around with the pad and the extension, I could just pick up some of the product when I see the pad's running dry, and I don't have to shut off the tool and reload it every time. This is a great tool to get in and around letters, badges, tight areas, and does a wonderful job. Corrects, removes swirls, removes scratches and oxidation, the exact same thing a rotary or a dual action polisher would, just on a very small scale. Is this a tool you got to pick up right away? Absolutely not. This is something you can grab later down the road, something you can add to your arsenal as you start to improve your skills, and start to fill out the calendar. It's little things like this that add up when you're trying to get professional results for existing and incoming customers. If the areas are still a little too tight for the existing backing plate, swap that out and you can get a smaller backing plate and smaller pads in there. Just like on the rest of the panel, I first started with either a wool pad or a microfiber pad to cut and switched over to a finishing pad to polish using the 3D one. And it's the little details like this that really give your results the little extra pop. All right, the cutting portion or the first stage of the correction is complete. What are we going to do now? Well, I'm going to put the 22D down and I'm going to grab another torque, another economical tool. It has a short throw. I just use it to finish or to apply a wax or a sealant. We're going to put the black foam finishing pad on it. We're going to add some 3D and we're going to finish out this project. This will give us the clarity and reflection we're looking for, cleaning up any haze that could be left behind from the 50/50 Eurofiber pad. Spread the product out. You can work a larger area. The 3D one has a long cycle time, so you don't have to worry about the product flashing. Then you can crank up your polisher, especially with this black foam pad on. It doesn't cause a lot of heat. There's not a ton of friction with this pad, so you can finish out rather quickly. By the way, when I mean crank up the polisher, I don't mean full speed. I never run anything full speed. My normal speed for correction is halfway or the third speed setting on the polishers. You can go a little bit further to 4, 4.5. Before we go any further, I just wanted to bring you in and show you the difference. The hood is completely finished, it's cut and polished, so I can get that all in the video, and I want to show you the contrast between the hood and the rest of the panels. A ton of gloss and reflection. You can make out the intricate details on the overhead door and the ceiling up above, and the whole vehicle is now complete and is ready for whatever you want to do to protect it. You can add a wax, you can add a sealant, you can add a coating, but this is all done with one product, the 3D one. You can pick the product of your choice. It doesn't have to be this one. This is just the popular product of the month. And all the polishers put together wouldn't even add up to a Roops or a Flex. So you can do a two-step correction. You can keep it rather economical. You can keep it fiscally responsible, and you can be successful. Okay, that's going to do it for this video. I hope it helped. I'm going to go protect this vehicle now. If you have any questions, don't hesitate. Brian from Apex Detail. Catch you in the next video.